live on a Saturn Neptune blasty day. I am the hostess with Moses, the High Priestess Phoenix. I am your spiritual healer, teacher, shaman, seer. Oh, come on. Oracle, Lightworker, Starseed, Earth Angel, Mystic, Medium, Psychic, Witch, Yogi, Guru, Evangelist, North American Sybil. I am your messenger god, first child of God, the Lilith reincarnated. In order to keep up with me, when I catch what I posted on my community page, my latest live video, and anything in my shorts. Where we at? I'm in a fucking Four of Swords, bro. I'm chilling like a villain. Recharging my energy and just being beautiful. Really? Yes. Yes. We're gonna check the cards and see what's going on with the rest of the world outside of me. The energy is about to shift. I posted some stuff in my community page talking about that. I was reaffirming what I was talking about yesterday, the layers of energy. Well, okay, no. The layers of time and how the electromagnetic force of weather pushes that energy upon us. Yeah, well, that goes back to like my 10-day forecast. I'm like, this energy just is lingering above us. This is like right there. So that's like constantly present. It's like there's layers of this, and there's layers of this, and there's layers of this. So what we're doing right now is checking in what the new layers are. But of course, by the time I bring the cards out, it's just confirmation to what I've already caught. And I explained that, how I catch the energy first from all different types of reasons. First off, I have a conscious awareness of the shift in energy. Second, I live in Colorado, which is at the freaking elevation of 5280, which is also the frequency of the heart. Ta-da! To have any understanding of that, you'll have to catch yesterday's video. And as far as the science of reincarnation, we can do that another time. I was seeing that too. What are we doing? Blowing your mind? Filling it with belief systems? And that goes back to, do you not believe the stories about Apollo and Zeus and Athena? Do you not believe the biblical stories? Do you not believe all these stories, these ancient stories in time? They were just fabricated. People's imaginations gone wild, just like the fucking Bible. Shut the fuck up. Fucking crazy town. Really? Yeah. You're not allowed to believe in such things. Well, then what the fuck do you believe in? I believe I can fly. I actually can't believe God pulled these out. What do you pull out? The dark moon and Lilith? Maybe we're supposed to look at Saturn and Neptune. Nope. I see it, but nope. What's that? Some part of the darkness, some part of the shadow that's hiding it behind us. And I got a Notoria card, and I've got the Quantum. Ah! Did you guys see that yesterday? In the middle of all my video, I was like, Einhorn was a man. And now the Holy Spirit keeps sending me memes of it, and it's hilarious. They're never going to let me fucking pull that one down. But I posted a meme in my community page. It's like, I'm going to spend the next 5 hours understanding quantum physics and the fucking various levels of human consciousness. It's pretty much scientifically what I do over here. I just have a spiritual fucking twist to it. Oliver Twist. Where are we at? Oh my God. Okay. It's a little blue planet. It's the little blue planet. Okay. Well, that's not the one I thought we were going to have to deal with. It's a spark of genius and ascension. Well, how wonderful is that? We were talking about that. We were talking about Neptune already. I just realized that. That came out in, motherfucker. That came out in my, Metatron card yesterday. Was it yesterday? For sure. And we talked about Santa Muerte at the same time. Interesting. Okay, that's where we was. Where are we going with this? Ooh. Fucking master manifestations, bro. That's what I've been working on with you guys. I work on it, and then we start working on another area, and you guys are like, what the fuck? Why does she never like slow down, and what is she talking about? And I mean, you can't keep up with me. I'm a shooting star. Baby, I'm a fire. Realistically, no, I'm actually quite silent, and I don't move at all. But when I do, I like to move it. Really? Yeah, I don't really say shit. But when I do start talking, it's hilarious. I sit there and store up all this information and all of this, and then I explode like a firework. So that's what we're talking about is, I posted that. Saturn is your limitations, reality, age, blah, 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 structure. Neptune is your imagination and your dreams and intuition. So we were talking about all of that, visions and stuff that comes to you. We use all of this to focus, as I was saying, the visions of God to manifest great things in our lives. Hey, you know what came to me today? This is really going to piss you off. Fort Collins. What do you know about Fort Collins? Not that much. My fucking tire blew in there, and it was really pretty as I was coming down the mountain. She'll be coming around the mountain when she comes. Yeah, it was really pretty, actually. I remember that. Really? Yeah. I mean, obviously, I was on the edge of the. I'm always on the edge of everybody's seat. I was on the edge coming in from Wyoming, and it was really quite spectacular. There's also Longmont and stuff like that. What are these? I don't know. They're like Colorado country lands. But since I'm a country girl and I like to be outside, I was thinking about that today too. Really, they're just filling me with all kinds of great stuff, dude. It'll turn into something. It'll stew up into something great, but they're just putting fucking greatness inside of me. All kinds of unbelievable ideas and possibilities. I need to make a home for myself, you know? Need to grow up and shit. put down some foundation somewhere. Really? Yeah, something like that. So me and my chillins, we're chilling. Hey, and that came to me too. I was sitting there on the edge of my bed just being quiet, and I looked over and I saw that tent. But this time I actually looked at it and I was like, look, it shows what it is. Because I didn't really know what it looked like. So it is like 10 by 9 fucking 6-person tent. So I go looking it up and I was like, dude, this thing is enormous. It's like a pop-up fucking taco stand. Really? I used to make a lot of box forts and stuff. I had a wild imagination. I can create anything. So I was seeing all kinds of possibilities. So today I was thinking about that. As the snow comes in and we're about to be locked into winter, all I'm thinking about is summer. You know what I mean? The summer and going camping and stuff. Really? It's going to be spectacular. What do you do out there? Nothing. I am a master in the skill of nothing. Really? Yeah. That's what's really funny. I was thinking about that. People go out and try to make a life for themselves, right? They try to live this adventurous life. Wolfman experience the flavors. Whatever, bro. I sit here and there's just too much life to live. I be trying to hide from life. It's like the adventure is just to live in it. It's like just to really absorb what you're in. It's not like the grass is greener. There's an adventure to be had everywhere. But when you get there, you're still going to be doing the mundane. And that's the adventure, is just understanding the change in the scenery. You're really still going to have to do fucking laundry, dishes, cook, sleep, shit, shower. Wherever you fucking go. Those are part of your daily routines. Or they should be if you are not doing this daily. Daily double. What's behind door number 2? Yeah. So anyways, with that, it's an opportunity to do all that stuff in a really great environment. Really? Yeah, that's what I like about camping. It's not like you're just out there, and out there expands your mind. It's like you literally take a rocket ship out into nowhere, and you can still function in nowhere, but you're in nowhere, and anything can happen when you're in nowhere. Really? Yeah, it's a great thing. So I had that earlier today. I was manifesting greatness in that situation. I don't know. You could call it a native thing, and I just get it, Native American. I just want to put my TP up. No, I was talking about a native Colorado thing that I just never got to express this. I never got to do shit like that, dude. When God gave me that idea in Oklahoma to go camping in our woods because I didn't have a place to go, it sounded like such an adventure, and it was so scary because I had never done it. I manifested the whole idea. I got here and I got an 8-man tent given to me off of Facebook Marketplace. I'd come up with, all of my cookware and shit. Why did I have that? I don't know. It was the most random things, dude. I packed the most random things when they fucking evicted me from my house. Something told me to grab this shit, bro. So I grabbed it and away we went. And it was a really fun experience. But I gotta tell you, the worst part was tearing down the tent and putting it up. It was such a bitch, bro. It was such a bitch. So when I saw this thing could pop up like that, dude, I was like, dude, this is the coolest thing ever. Why? Because I'm a one-man army, and that shit was a bitch, bro. We would sometimes move temp sites, in the same campsite, or just in general, dude, taking it down and shit is like, oh my God, I'm so sweaty. I don't even want to move now. Really? It was a pain in the ass. If you ever done it, you know. Anyway, so I was manifesting great shit today. Just stuff. All right, where's that lead to? Your feelings, huh? Honor your emotions. That's where it comes from, what your heart truly desires. You're not just trying to come up with a plan B because what you wanted didn't work out. Can I say that again? It's a negative trait of the fucking Sagittarius. Things don't go as you plan, so you just decide to make a brand new plan and give up on the whole plan altogether. It was a great idea. You just didn't give yourself time to, you know what I mean? Just because it didn't work out fully how you saw it doesn't mean it didn't work out. I just gotta kind of, as I see that, it's like, you made it to land, right? But you didn't make, like, it was the most treacherous journey of your life, and nobody made it with you, and you're like barely standing there all alone, and it's like you made it. It's like, don't give up on your dreams. Don't give up on it just because it didn't work out the way you saw, and you're the only man standing, and you know what I mean? You got to push this dream all by yourself. Really? It's kind of how I see this. I can't even tell you why I see it that way. But I know that that's what happens is like, you're like, this fucking blew up in my fucking face. Nah, it just didn't work out how you saw it. You got to cross the road. Why did the chicken cross the road? To get to the other side. You had no idea what kind of fucking ride that was going to be. You made it. To what? To live another day, dude. There's another adventure in front of you. Just like the animals and the Native Americans. She got into it. I knew there was too much tearing going on back there. She's putting fucking fluff all over the fucking floor. Do you have a dog? My dog, I buy her toys, and the only thing she wants to do is rip them apart and get the squeakers out. Like, the whole intention is to get all this fluffy shit out of the toy and get to the squeaker. So it's like, it's just a matter of time before she gets the fluffy shit all over. It's not like a bone where she just eats it and it's gone. It's like, no, there's a huge mess. You know when she's one, she's got the fluffy all over the place. Cotton balls. Oh, man. Damn. I was like looking over. She's like, she's chewing too hard. And she's on a huge pile of fluffiness. Anyways, sorry, going into that. As far as the honoring your emotions, I just see this as dark, bro. Like, with what's going on, the dark night of the soul is you're faced with your dark emotions all the way around. It's almost suffocating. It becomes real gloomy, and you have to deal with them. You're like, why am I sitting here so fucking hateful? Why am I so angry? Why am I so depressed? Why do I feel so lonely? It just comes to the surface. That's what I'm getting out of this. And if you're dealing with that, what did you hear? Call 1-800-MIX-A-LOT and shake those nasty thoughts. If I was only crazy, dude, I could live in a fucking mental institution with just the fucking Holy Spirits, having the best day of my life, being fed fucking 3 meals a day, sleeping all day in pajamas, staring at fucking walls. I don't even need the medication, bro. I'll just sit here and just enjoy the rest of my human life in this very clean environment. I'll do a public service and try to help the fucking sick people around me as well. I'm so serious. I don't suffer from insanity. Enjoy every bit of it. Realistically, it's like, at what point where you realize, dude, I don't think she's insane. I think she's just crazy. It's just really funny. I love that moment when it sparks and you realize, dude, she's a whole fucking Holy Spirit, isn't she? Oh, yeah, I am. I told you I am. Like one of the oldest spirits that ever walked. And now I'm stuck here in this human experience, and the Holy Spirits are making jokes about my everyday experience. And I just can't wait until the end of this stupid life. So stupid. They're like, come on, it's going to be such a great adventure. We're going camping next summer. Whatever. What are we doing today? I'm just saying, honor your emotions and don't let them get to you. Sorry. It's funny, right? It is. I mean, it started with some stupid shit like Michael Jackson screaming, "You are not alone." And then it gets to actual gold, bro. What are we looking at? Let me tell you what this is. Oh my God, Scorpio's on the bottom of the deck. Well, we're still dealing with our sexual alchemy. And there goes Sir Neptune. What the fuck is going on? Let me tell you what this is. These are the Black Moon Liliths. Okay, I was really excited to get these later on in life. These teach you all kinds of stuff, which really has to do with all of Metatron's world. It teaches you astrology, it teaches you the 12 houses, it teaches you the magnum opus and all of the keys to alchemy, right? So I had said this yesterday. It tells you who I am, the dark powers, blah, 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 blah. Nana, she's really going at it. What I want to tell you, it'll teach you like the 12 zodiac signs and all that bullshit. And again, the planets. And then it teaches you the members in history that you need to know, like myself, Adam, Jezebel, certain women, Mary Magdalene, the Black Madonna, stuff like that. You need to know the feminine energies. But what's most important, and that's what I was saying, is alchemizing thoughts and turning them in. So to be a master manifestor, get on my way. Put the sexuality away for a moment, please. And thank you. We'll work on that. We're working on sex magic for those that want to keep up. Let's catch yesterday's video. The Einhorn moment. Your gun is in my hip. Oh, man. Sorry. I hear what I hear. Katy Perry. I kissed a girl and I liked it. My Holy Spirits. Where do they think all this stuff comes from? Okay, here's how it works, dude. This is exactly called the Tower. This should happen. I can put it on days of the week, but to be a master manifester and alchemist like myself, you do it with every single fucking thought. So the first part is calcination. This is the internal transformation through fire, initiation of alchemical process. The spark of inspiration to change is typically triggered by a difficult event or life discord. What is that? The fucking Tower. So God shakes your little tree. He shakes your little reality. He tells you to see things differently, right? It's a change in perception. Call it a glitch in the motherfucking matrix. The next part is the dissolution. This is the stage through the element of water. And that's where we get right here. The subconscious mind is cleansed of limitations, trauma, outdated patterns, and belief systems. Through what? Crying, getting upset, your water is boiling. Really? Oh, yeah. Next part, separation. It's time to remove or sever ties with that no longer fits your newly activated light. What is your newly activated light? The light, the truth that God has shined on your life. What's happened right now? What was my Tower? I told him God said, if you contact me again, I got to tell your wife because you won't tell her. All right. So the first thing that happened was this inspiration. You got to do the right thing because he won't do the right thing. Oh, man. How did that make me feel? All kinds of fucked up. But I know it's the right thing to do, but it didn't make me feel good. I'm about to lose my little booty call over here. Sorry, it's not. I'm just making jokes. It sounds very insensitive. It means a whole lot to me. And it's my fucking twin flame, and I've worked so hard and blah, blah, blah. Just got to suck the life out of it. God sucked the life out of it before I could even, you know what I mean, suck the life out of it. Been there, done that. Anyways, that's what he says. You've got to be a better person. And then that makes you feel all kinds of fucked up. And then the separation comes. It's time to remove what no longer fits you, right? And it's like, nah, this was okay. No, it's not okay. Cut the cords of societal programming, toxic people, and difficult memories that hold you back or that hold back your light. Using the element of air, this decreases your energetic flow. And that's really what it is you got to tell your mind something else. Because it's really like, damn, you done fucked this up and this is fucked up and why you got to be all fucked up and why didn't you just go with the flow and flow. Whatever, you got to let it flow. All right, conjunction. After separation, it's a time to reunite and harmonize with your mind and the physical through the element of earth. Self-acceptance and empowerment are key during this stage. And that's where you got to keep reassuring yourself that you had to do this. Because your fucking mind really regrets what you've done. They start missing the person or the place or the thing that you've just said no to. And it can be something as simple as a cigarette, bro. You're like, all right, I'm not going to smoke today. God told me to stop smoking today. And you're like, oh, God, I know I got to do it. And then you do it. And then, like, you're instantly regretting it. You're like, no, I really want to go back and smoke. Why do I got to stop smoking? I just want to smoke. Who the fuck said I can't smoke? Everybody else is fucking smoking. Why can't I? Why do I got to be a big person? It's not fucking bothering anybody. Really? Yeah, that's that air element where you're fucking, and then your waters are boiling because you just don't want to give this up. You know you should, but you don't want to. My mind's telling me, fuck you. I can do this too, and everybody else does it, so fuck you. And then God's like, no, fuck you, and fuck you, and fuck you. Really? I mean, those are kind of the harsh conversations we have because it's, I get what I give. Your higher self talks to you in your own language. So in essence, you know what I mean? You only hear your own self talking. So God has to talk to you in such ways. When I'm arguing with him for a long time, I got to hear him in a one-word sentence. Surrender. Okay. All right, motherfucker. I'll be talking shit. Really? Yeah, let's keep moving on. So after you've separated, it's time to tell your mind, and that's where it is. It's like, no, you already made it through a couple hours. You're doing great. You're doing great. Keep going. Keep going. That's your sponsor. You're sponsoring this stupid idea that you didn't want to go with to begin with. Really, it's your heart. We talked about that, the frequency of your heart last night. It's its own language that keeps nurturing you into these better decisions. All right, after that, the putrefaction comes. That's death, decay, the rotting away describes the putrefaction state. While it may sound morbid, this is when the remaining internal energies rise to the surface. This is probably like day 3 when you're really fiending for a cigarette. You're like about to give it all in. You're like, I'm going to risk it for the biscuit. I don't care if I die from emphysema. I don't care. I don't care. Your uglyish addiction, feelings about it comes out. Am I there yet? No, I will really hate him on Monday. This is a Monday, bro. It's like, I really hate you for making me do this. Really? Yeah. As stated by psychoanalyst Carl Jung in Psychology and Alchemy, this is where we purge the darkness of our mind. And that's just, you know what I mean? You're just pissed off about it. You don't feel good about your decision till a Tuesday. That's coagulation. Now you're embodying your true essence. This is where the new spirit works with the physical body and becomes one, and you're stepping into your soul's gold. That's where the real hard fight gives up after about 3 days. They always tell you to give yourself 3 days before you make any serious decisions because you need to literally go through the process of this. At first, it's always going to be extremely shocking. You know what I mean? The next day, it'll still be, you know what I mean? A little blown outlandish, but then you'll start to process it better. You need time to let this thought process. That's what's wrong with us is we blew through time, we blew through situations, you know what I mean? And we didn't process it. So we keep repeating them until we take the time to learn what this lesson or this situation or this pattern is trying to teach us. Einhorn was a man, came in yesterday. Anyways, cibation. Alchemy gets practical during this stage. New habits, thought process, and way of being are emerging into your life. Mind over matter is essential. By this time, you're telling yourself, I don't smoke no more. Really? I mean, it's only been a couple days, but you've accepted this is who you are now. I don't smoke no more. I stopped smoking. Really? Yeah, last week. I stopped smoking. People are like, okay. But it's that. You've already wrapped your mind around it. Until you say it and you are it, then that's it. And that's really what it is. It's like, I'm trying to stop smoking. Well, you're still in the struggle. Thug it out. Realistically, yeah. Let's see. Sublimation. No, we're not there yet. The soul is lifting and ascending like vapor during this phase. There's a union between your body and your spiritual essence. What does that mean? It means that your heart's spirit, right? Your soul, your heart is lifting. It's filling your body with goodness, dude. This is like when, oh man, it really builds up to it. Like a Thursday, you feel really good about your experience, even though you barely made it. It's like getting a nose job, dude. You're like, you get it and you wake up and your face is all blown up and then you're all scared because you look all ugly and shit. And then after it starts to fucking settle down and shit, you don't regret it. And then you look at it and you're like, it's actually pretty cute, huh? It's pretty, huh? You like it? And that's the new way of you. And that's that empowerment. And that's what I was trying to tell you. You won't understand why we do these things until you feel that moment. You got to go through a bunch of the healing to get to that moment of exhilaration where you feel really good about your decisions. You feel very empowered. You feel your soul feels real free. I'm so excited. That was me yesterday morning. I was like, I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. I am in such a victorious mood. My spirit is free. Hallelujah. I have casted out the demons. Sorry, just a little too excited. Anyways, fermentation. Like when grapes turn into wine, this is the maturity and the aging process of your new way of being. Gold must age to become more powerful. And that's as time goes by, you're more of this person. You know what I mean? Like if you said, for example, if you just made, not of your mind, but of your heart, you said, I'm going to stop drinking coffee. Or something told you to kick back on coffee. And that's something like me. I used to be like 2 cups a day or stay the fuck away. I'd be like not really doing that. Like some days I don't even touch the coffee. For real? No, not even like that. And definitely not 2 cups. Not no more. Not no, never. Stuff like that. But when you do it, it's like, afterwards, it becomes a way of life where it's like I used to be like that person, dude. I used to like first thing in the morning be like, I will hurt you. And some days I still will hurt you for a cup of coffee, like 4 o'clock in the morning. Those kind of mornings I need it, but I don't always need it. And that's where it is like it's become you. All right, the exhilaration right here, right? Joy, abundance, happiness, and wealth can manifest during this stage. Why? Because you feel very empowered and you feel very optimistic and you feel like you can do anything. So this is the perfect time for you to start believing in anything. You're like, damn, look at me. I lost 10 pounds. I lost 10 pounds. I'm going to be all sexy. I'm going to have that guy of my dreams. I'm going to be fucking on the beaches. I lost 10 pounds. I lost 10. That's how it starts. And before you know it, you got that guy of your dreams on the beaches based on this exhilaration that you got through the hardest part, which was those first 10 pounds. If that's what you're manifesting, you know what I mean? That's where that comes from. It's like, that's really what it is we got through the holidays. We're going to have a brand new year. We're going camping. We're getting a new house. We're getting all this stuff. The Holy Spirit hears you dancing and praising and being grateful for what it's just done for you. It hears your enthusiasm and your victory. And it sends just that, bro. It sends your victory to you. But when you're always sitting there, you know what I mean, in the negative, it's just negative, negative, really. But when you send out those loud frequencies to the universe, and that's what I do with my offerings, with my sage smokes, as I'm out there dancing, I'm thanking God for my experience. I'm thanking him. I'm being grateful. As as above, so below. As you're putting out, you know what I mean, all of this love, you're receiving all this love. But if I'm sitting here and I'm like, I'm real hateful about everything that God's doing, and I'm putting out a fucking ugly bitch face, and I don't want nobody to talk to me because I'm going through the struggle, and go fuck yourself and shit. Nobody wants to approach me like that. I'm unapproachable for anything good because I have a bad attitude. It doesn't matter if I'm having a good day or a bad day, as long as I have a good attitude about the day, because the days go. That's just the way it is. I mean, they go up and, they go up and they go down. Really? Yeah, it's how the attitude you have about it is what manifests through these days. Really? No, don't get me wrong. Like, you have to learn to train yourself to think better thoughts, to have faith when you don't, to believe in what you can't see. You're literally, through the words of affirmations, prayers, or just literally talking to yourself like a loony toony, you're telling yourself, it's okay. We're going to be okay. Don't worry about it, bro. It's okay. We're strong. And that's where your heart is speaking over your very weak mind, because it doesn't know. And it feels like, it's the end of the motherfucking road. Like the fucking sky is falling. That could be anything. You losing your job, them sending you a cutoff notice, your car just went out. You know what I mean? All of a sudden you caught somebody cheating, or, whatever. It's called a tower. And it's like, it's the end of your reality, indeed. What is your deal? It's the end of your reality, but it's how you see it. It's like, do you see it as, oh my God, what am I going to do? Which everyone does without God. Or do you turn to God and say, all right, God, what are you going to do? What are we doing? What did you just do? It's not taking so much shame and guilt on, the situation and like, this is all my fault, but understanding why this had to end. All things end. Oh, well. And I met people, bro. I can't believe it. I believe it because I saw it, but it's like an alien thing to me. I've met people that have had the same job their whole fucking life. When I worked at Walmart in Oklahoma, they didn't always have that Walmart. It came later, I suppose. And there was people that had worked there since the day the doors opened. Seriously? Yes. They made it a career. They made it a lifestyle. And I saw that it paid well enough for that life to live a good life. That's why I fucking worked there. But it's crazy because they never experienced anything else. Ever. They can tell you everything about Walmart and nothing about the world. They spent 30 to 40 hours a week for fucking 35. Some of them, they were celebrated over the week. They'd be like, so-and-so is celebrating 15 years. They had 10 years. They've been here 3. This motherfucker been here 35 motherfucking years. I'm like, bro, you were here when they put in the fucking new fucking what the fuck? Realistically, it's just like, that's cool. But at the same time, it's like, you know a whole lot about something and nothing about everything else. It's not bad to change and change again. And after you experience all that, find what works for you and go back to it. I always make jokes. I used to tell these people one of these goofy jobs I had. For some reason, bro, I can't help but notice the pattern that all my life I have worked at pizza joints. Really? Yeah, it's kind of interesting. I see this pattern. But anyways, I worked at Papa Murphy's Pizza. And it's like a subway of pizza places where you make them and they take them and they bake them, right? And it was like a stupid ass, lame ass, goofy ass job that you wouldn't be proud of, just like working at Subway. But it was the easiest fucking job of my motherfucking life. And all the jobs I ever had, when I go in there and I buy these pizzas, I always tell those people, don't never quit your job, bro. Why? Because you can do that job and live a whole life. You don't have to be important. You don't have to be sophisticated. Nobody's going to be wringing your neck. There's not rude people. It's never going to be, you know what I mean? Something you can't deal with. The people are not, it's like, all you need is a good place where you could get in and it's just like, you could still have a life outside of this and make some fucking money. Really? Yeah, I just wanted to point that out. It's like people want these really sophisticated positions of power with authority that everyone can admire them. And I'm so guilty of that as I climbed the chain of every fucking corporation I ever wanted to work at. I'm the type of bitch that would seriously get in the mailroom just so I could sit there at the fucking corporate fucking table. I've done it all. Really? Yeah, but it was about pride. It was about the challenge. It was about being in that position and saying I was in that position. It wasn't about the money. It was about the challenge. I could be that person. I want to be that person. What does it take to be that person? I don't down you for trying all of those experiences because all of those experiences helps you to understand what people go through, what it takes to be that kind of person, even if you don't stay that person. It was just an idea. I have an idea to be this. I wonder what it would be like to be a doctor. Never mind. Nope. That idea has flushed out of my mind quite immediately. But there's all these great possibilities. Another thing I always said is if I didn't have children, one thing I would have always done is worked on the cruise ships. Then I could have traveled all the different lands. And if I ever got tired of my job, I could just quit and land in any country and start a life. I could make friends with rich people and I could have free room and board and just travel the seas. Really? Yeah. If you look at it, that's a whole pirate ass fucking position. I want a position as a pirate. Really? I don't even know if I could deal with a boat that long. The very thought of all that motion in the ocean makes me sick. But it sounds great. And so as we talk about manifestations, Uranus is a spark of intuition or inspiration. But I put on for my city. Where's that damn card we just had? Oh, it's over here underneath the book. Under the book. You put on Neptune, right? And it lets you imagine bigger to where you can, where's that card now? Manifest off of new ideas, new possibilities that you didn't possibly consider, right? And when you're doing it from your heart, as I said, that's the key part, is you're dreaming. When you wish upon a star, it's from your heart. I don't know how this could ever work, but one day, that's the Cinderella. That's the Pinocchio. That's life, bro. We will make it. Something amazing is going to happen. It will. When you project that frequency, it's heard. You're always projecting, your thoughts are always sending out frequencies into the universe to create your reality. Everyone's is. Don't get caught up in the fucking, and that's why I can hear your guys' thoughts. It's like brain waves going through mass consciousness. Lame. You're all thinking about the same shit. You all want the same shit. Really? Yeah, it's not that they're not pouring out tons of inspiration on all kinds of people. And those are our dead, brain dead artists like myself that sit there looking for inspiration and so forth. We're given it. You know what I mean? We're not looking for the things of this world, but something to contribute to it. So God gives us the visions of what to put in this world. Really? Yeah. Yeah. Ask and it shall be given in good accordance. I mean, you're sending out stupid prayers like, I want you to make me rich. They don't know what area of your life. They didn't even know that. And then listen to yourself beg God for money. How dumb does that sound? When you start fine-tuning your prayers, your thoughts, your spells, or whatever the fuck you're telling God or the universe, you know what I mean, your daydreams, and it's coming from a heart space of what would really make you joyful and happy and could bring happiness to others to have you in that state of being, then, well, damn well, let's do it. And before you know it, you start seeing synchronicities. And that's just it. It's like, like, wouldn't it be great? I was like, wouldn't it be great to go to Italy? And then all of a sudden you start seeing synchronicities that start pushing that force inside of you to start thinking about it harder and start, you know what I mean, researching it and start making little actions towards it. And it's because your heart thought this would be good for you. And it's trying to push you into what would make you happy. And then when you get there, and that's what it is. I can remember one of my first ones. After my divorce and homelessness and everything, I'd gotten my new apartment. I'd been working at the hotel for quite some time. And I had this vision that I wanted to, take my family to Legoland in Florida. I wanted to go on a vacation across, the nation. And I got a new car and I did just that. And I remember it hit me when I was in like Kentucky after the second day. I was like, damn, bitch, you really did it. It's like you really rebuilt your life. And here you are with your kids and you're on vacation and you fucking did this shit, bitch. You really did this shit. Really? And then I turned it up. What was playing? Despacito. It was around that time. That one, Justin Bieber, I'm the One. I remember those were the songs that were playing in the times of my life. And that's really what it is. It's like, it was just an idea, but I worked hard and it came to be. And you sit there in this manifestation of happiness and you're so exhilarated and you're ready to dream again. You're ready to dream bigger. So when you do it like me and you see the manifestations come every fucking month, you're like, damn, I got to watch my thoughts. Yeah, that's how it happens. And that's why people want my powers, because they think that you can just think it and it can be. No, it's not from the brain. The brain's getting in the way. It's not a thought that I had. It's a thought that was given. And it wasn't a thought. It was a vision fueled by my heart. That's the alchemy of it. Really? Mm-hmm. Yep, that's where you need all of it, because the heart is the fire, but it also holds the water. And you have to go against the air and create it here on earth. That's the magician. That's why the highest manifestors are the Queen of Cups, who's all full of fucking love, right? She's the one that's always digging in her pocket, bro. She's got something for you. You know she's got something good for you. Why? Because she loves you. She comes bearing gifts. She's like, that loving thing. And it's like, no, I love you. I got you. I got you. And that's where that is. And the Empress, she has all that love. She has to get it from somewhere to give it. You have to harness it. And that's where you can make all, you know what I mean? You can come to her, you can come to them, it could have been your grandmother, it could be anyone, where you come to them and they're like full of love and great ideas and inspiration, and they can help you get out of things. And they're just, you know what I mean? It's like that best friend. Like, damn, I'm so glad I talked to you. You made everything better. It was just love. All they gave you was love, some knowledge, some wisdom, maybe, you know what I mean, a couple dollars and shit, but it's just love. And that's what the manifestation is. Jesus was the Queen of Cups. It was just love. He really didn't have shit to offer you other than a kind word that could, you know what I mean, make your life feel better. Really? Mm-hmm. All right, so that's where all that is, and I don't even know where all that came from. I guess that's what we're talking about. We're still talking about manifestations. So the planets that are out there are supposed to inspire you. Really? Mm-hmm. Saturn pushes your limitations, your reality, and your age. Those things. And that was like me. When I started my music career, I was 39. I didn't release my first album till I was 40. 40 water. It took some time. As Bernie Mac says, the older the berry, the sweeter the juice. All right, here we go, Juice World. What do we got? Oh, the Ten of Pentacles. We're in an abundant place. Damn, there's a bunch of fucking messages. Hold on a second. What does all this say? Oh, man, I don't know. Somebody's blurting some kind of fucking... I don't even know, bro. I think it says Allah Akbar. Who the fuck is Allah? Who? It says a bunch of freaking shit. I don't know. That's why people don't open the comments, because people just blurt out the most unusual thing. Can somebody look up Allah? Tell me what they're yelling at me. Are they like invoking the name of Jesus on me or something? I don't know. I'm moving on. Look down, and that's what did I even bother looking down for? What number is that? 18. What are you cooking? It smells delicioso. Oh my gosh. Let's see. God ready to fulfill. The energy of the throne emanates. Emanates. What is this? Emanates. Yep, that's what it says. The energy of this throne emanates, feels like a halo over our head. This energy will give us a higher, more far-sighted view. Unlike the comfortable, but what is this? Ephemeral constructions. This word is hard. Of the material plane. An impartial and balanced point of view offers us unparalleled control over our lives. All right, it's the chorus is the thrones. It's the Ten of Pentacles, Saturn on a Saturn day, Gemini, which we had Cancer. It was actually the same thing. They're both ruled by the moon. Erotesic is the Ten of Pentacles. What is this? It's happy-go-lucky, to be honest. Really? Yeah, the Ten of Pentacles is loaded with good stuff. All the tens are pretty, well, we had the Ten of Swords. That wasn't so bad. I was like, that's not so bad. Let's go to the Ten of Pentacles. I went to the Queen. What is the Ten of Pentacles? Concerns tradition, being part of something greater than yourself, which is the result of efforts of many people passed down. This card can refer to family or an old established business or some other groups. It can also represent the results of long-term vision accomplished, wealth, abundance, and success. The 10 can indicate the passing of inheritance, titles, businesses to the next generation. The fact that you are sorting out such provisions, or that you might be making long-term plans for later in life. It can also highlight a supportive and caring family of its own, with its own traditions and celebrations. Depending on the surrounding cards, it could signify that you're planning on settling down, getting married, funding a family, or willingly caring for an elderly relative. I'm getting ready to open my heart and my house and my life to a man. Whoosh. I had to let those words just roll off my tongue for a minute. I think my kids are more open than me. It's all in my head, bro.
There's a present you haven't opened.
What?
There's a present you haven't opened.
There's a what?
A present.
Oh, that I haven't opened? Yeah, I know. I bought these beautiful fucking pants and I just haven't opened them and tried them on. I'm pretty sure they fit. They're beautiful. The reverse card indicates the end of an institution, perhaps a broken marriage, family quarrels, resentment, someone being ostracized from the family or disinherited, property disputes, business closed, or financial fucking failure. Well, the negative of it. It's all right. When I see something like this, I think about Trump. He got washed out quite a few times, bro. Nothing was going to hold him back. And then there's lots of other people. It's not really about that. You can build it up and build it up and build it up, and they can keep breaking it down and breaking it down. When you realize that it's not the coins, but that your ability to build that makes you profitable, you'll see things differently. But, as far as your broken marriage, well, that just means you're going to have a happy marriage. Your family quarrels, I'm pretty sure that you fight with them all the time, and this is no big deal. And if they're unforgiving, well, then they're just not good people. Resentments, everybody has them. Being ostracized from a family, been there. My whole family doesn't talk to me because of how I talked to my Aunt Pat. Disinherited, yeah. I was left out of the will. And I went looking for it, but I just gave it up. I didn't even care. My cousin from the other side told me he left me something. And I didn't even care what he left me. It was the fact that he thought about me. He had so many mouths to feed, but he thought about me. I don't care what it was. Just the fact that they didn't think I was worthy of his love. Whatever he left for me. Terrible. Business closed or financial failure. I mean, I gave up the job, or I don't know. I gotta be fully honest, dude. I could walk in there on Monday and act like nothing happened and finish out these 2 weeks. I really could. You wanna see me? I could walk in there like a whole clown and act like, nothing happened. That I didn't just take a whole day off and just fuck all this off. I feel like I could. Why? You'd have to be there to see it, bro. You can't do that with most companies, but I'm telling you, I feel like I could. Which is what? Just go collecting more paychecks? I'm bullshitting. I need to open this computer and start looking into some stuff. I don't know. Anyways, as far as financial failure, when you don't have the money to pay for the bills, you stop worrying about the bills. I don't know. I can't. It's just a mindset. You know what I mean? We all, you can go back to so many people that just got washed away from all different reasons. Everybody's experienced all these different things for all different reasons. We're still in 10 days of battles and conflict and shit. So it could be good or it could be bad. You could just be, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. I assure you guys, as much as I watch this, it's just the roll of the dice. There's a lot of things that I can tell you about the divine, but I'm telling you, most of all, as the wheel turns, this too shall pass is the most important thing that you need to know. Understand why it even came your way. But if you don't, it'll come your way again. Without the understanding, you're bound and doomed to face this same challenge again. You don't understand why you're even facing it. You're just trying to make it through it and forget it. That's not the way. How many things have you gone through like life like that? That was my whole way of life. And now I can't go any further until I've learned those lessons. I literally don't have the knowledge and wisdom and emotional fucking, you know what I mean, attitude to get through this stuff without learning from my previous experiences. That's the grace and the mercy, is being held back. I'd rather not go forward than go forward and repeat this again and again and a fucking again. Going back to the Einhorn moment, I couldn't understand why I kept being called back to this same very difficult experience. Each time I learned something new about myself. I really didn't learn much about him. I learned more about myself. And I kept getting pissed off. What am I not learning? Why do I keep getting called back to you? Because I didn't accept what was being offered to me in the experience. I didn't see it. I was too quick to want to forget it and move on. That's any experience in your life, dude. So if I got my way and God wasn't standing in my way and I'm all protective, I would literally run into the same exact experience. I would manifest the same kind of guy because that's what I want. I want this guy. So if I can't have this guy, I'm going to have a guy just like this guy. So that's what I tell the universe. So I'm manifesting the same kind of guy. with the same fucking experience that I didn't just learn from. I want this, but I want it to work out. I didn't see why it didn't work out. So I'm calling in the same shit. So until I learn why it didn't work out. And it wasn't the person, it's me. This didn't not work out because of you. It didn't work out because of me. Why? Because I changed. Because it is all me. It's not really you. It's my wants, my desires, my boundaries, my ego, my limitations, my patterns, what I will accept, it's my conditions. Why don't your relationships work? Because of your conditions. It's not working because it's not going your way. Correct? Correct. And when you've had enough and it won't go your way and you've had enough of this, then you go and look for something that is more like what you want, what does go your way. And that's somewhat of alignment, you can say. Really? Yeah. Like if we're not going in the same direction, we're not. And that's where I find very interesting about, fucking long distance relationships. It's like, they were together in high school and now they're going to go to separate colleges and they're going to stay together. That's never going to work. You're holding on to an old attachment. You're going to meet new people out there. You're going to be tempted. You're going to find new love. You're going to, all of that. There's people that do it. But in that, you're literally meant to grow apart in this situation. How can you stay close when you're turning into someone else? You're not going to be the same person once you get there. Really? Very true. I don't know. Whatever. How's your long distance relationships working out for you? And that just goes back to, you know what I mean? Differences in personality and shit. It's like you were raised, you know what I mean, a whole different way and they were raised a different way and you guys don't believe in the same things and you try to, you know what I mean, you try to force each other to, bend and shit like that. Realistically, I mean, there's compromise, but then there's just no alignment. Like we just live in the same place. Don't even like, we don't even like the same things. We're just aligned, we're cohabitators. Really? There's no passion, there's no love, there's no joy, there's no excitement. There's, he's thinking what I'm thinking, and we always like the same things and stuff like that. You don't want a copycat, but it feels good to, you know what I mean, to not always compromise and live up to their expectations or be like them, or vice versa, where they always have to make sacrifices for what you like and who you are. The differences. And then you can enjoy each other's differences too, depending. I don't know. There's a lot to be said in that. I always have a lot to say about everything, don't I, though? I'm going to move on with this. What am I at? I told you, 4 swords. I'm just chilling. I'm trying to put my energy together by definitely after 4 o'clock when the sun goes down. I'm going to go do laundry because the snow's coming in and I want us to have all our nice warm clothes. I don't really have to do that shit in the cold. And that's it. I'm just been Netflixing and chilling, to be honest. Really? Yep. That's all I'm doing. Fucking self-care and shit. Well, I guess it's dream big. They're trying to give you ideas of things, consideration to new ways of how you could live next year or just years from now. And it starts with just accepting the idea and working through the blockages of how this might feel, putting on the idea, and then working through the fears of why you wouldn't actually just kind of make this a new thing. That's what I get out of that. And that's what I'm working with. Tell me what you're working with. And that's really what it is. For me, someone like me, I can get laser focused on it, right? And I'm like, all right, I've got my target. And they're like, abort, abort. What do you mean? All right, now focus on something else. All right. And that's just training, mind training. How flexible am I? All right, I gave into this idea, but what about this idea? How about this idea? And then really none of them are even like, they may be making me scan the outside of Denver skirts just so I can fucking have the mental awareness of the ability to take that big of a jump. And then they might just push me right back into my own fucking backyard. Really? You don't understand it. It's all about mental agility, flexibility, and detachment, and open to all new possibilities. It makes it a little skittish when you're trying to plant roots and you're trying to hold on and you're trying to build foundations when you're so shifty. It's not you, it's the ground underneath you. This experience changed the open possibilities for tomorrow. The conversation I had with B when she was trying to preach to another woman about going back to college shifted my foundation and my reality to where I thought different about my future. That's what that means. It's constantly shifting because it's taking in new information and new possibilities. Now, granted, I have to lock in on these, and usually by now I would have locked in on something, but we're not. We're just planting the seeds of them and putting them all in the ground. We're letting them hibernate, fermentize. What do they call that? What is it called? They do it. They literally put the seeds down in the cold ground so that they can something. There's a word for it. It's not fermentate, something. Germinate. Germinate. So that in springtime they grow. Really? Promise. Watch all this shit come to real life. All these fucking weird ideas. Something about all these places is going to come to life. Whether I move there or I visit there or something happens there, you'll see. All these places that I had planned on going, something's going to happen in these places. Even if I don't go there, you'll see it. I don't know. And as far as Palisade, I was very surprised about that. The Palisade peaches, when they're on the side of the road, always stand out to me. When I was down in Colorado Springs, all I could remember was a sign that said Palisade to it, and I was really, you know what I mean? It's just it's the word it's alone is synchronistic, and that's what happened with Yuma, fucking Arizona. The word alone was driving me there. I was driven just by the word, the way it sounded. There was something about it that was driving me there. So these places, you know what I mean? Palisade, Colorado, Fort Collins, Alamosa, I keep talking about. Where are they? They're on the very edges of Colorado. Keep an eye out. There's a reason that I'm being called to these places. Maybe it's Native American, maybe it's something. But they're seriously the outskirts of our fucking, outside of Denver, that's for sure. Fort Collins, not so much, but I mean, anything closer is what? Wyoming. You're basically at Wyoming, depending on how far you go into the Collins. It's weird. I don't know. I'm seeing it, just synchronicities. They're pulling me into places that I've never experienced, never considered, never ventured into. Why? And I just have a plant the roots kind of mentality. Everywhere I go, I think I'm going to make it home. So maybe that's not what's happening at all. Maybe I'm getting fucking prophecies or projections of something, and that's why I'm being called to such places. Maybe they're home of something that's about to come. Some kind of national news or some shit. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I'll dig it up. Dig up the bones and shit, but that's what I'm manifesting is a bigger home and a better life. And also some camping. Mm, I really love the woods. Hey, I love yous. I'll catch you guys later. Later's haters. I really want to know who this person put all that shit in my comments.